Okay, going through the extra help examples for the assignment from Friday. How to multiply things again. Step 1, factor. And step 2, multiply. Or divide. Well, multiply. We really don't divide. To factor this, it has 3 expressions. There's always 2 brackets. X squared is x, and x, the first sign goes in the first bracket. This sign means same or different. If it's negative, it means go different than the first bracket. The first bracket is minus, so this different would be plus. Factors of 10 that have a difference of 3 are 5 times 2. Big guy 5 in the first bracket, small guy 2 in the second bracket. That's factored. Monomial does not need to be factored. Monomial does not need to be factored. Binomial needs to be factored with a GCF of 5, which is one bracket, leaving x minus 5 behind, and you cross out. Now you reduce binomials, like x minus 5 with a matching x minus 5, that's worth 1. The monomials can reduce. I have 1 item there and 3 here. The 1 goes away with 2 x's left over. On the bottom I have 5 and x squared. On the top I have only x plus 2. And if I go back to the beginning, this x, if I set equal to 0, x cannot be 0 then. And here my x cannot be 5. Second example, exercise 6C. Factor everything except you have to understand here, this is division. So this has to go up here and this comes down here. So when I factor x squared minus 1, it's 2 brackets. X squared is x and x, the first sign goes in there, which is minus. That first sign is also the last sign. Negative means to go opposite. Opposite of minus is plus. 1 times 1. That's that factorization. Down here, 10x squared and 20x have a GCF of 10x, with one bracket. 10x times another x is 10x squared. 10x times 2 is 20x. Up here, GCF of 5x squared leaves x plus 2 behind. Down here, trinomial is 2 brackets. X squared is x times x. First sign of negative goes in the first bracket. The last sign tells me to go same or different. In this case, it means different than this, which is plus. Factors of 3 that have a difference of 2 are 3 times 1, 3 times 1. And now we cancel out things that match up. X plus 2 with x plus 2. X plus 1 with x plus 1. That's all your binomials, so that's still there. That's still there. But my 10x and my 5x squared can reduce. 5 and 10 become 1 and 2 respectively. There's 1x down here and 1x plus 1x more up there. So you have an x remaining and an x minus 1 on top. On the bottom you have a 2 and an x minus 3. Just as long as x can't be 3. Can't be negative 1. Monomial x means it can't be 0. And here can't be negative 2. Number 2, I guess that would be on page 15, I'm guessing. Factoring all this. X minus, x plus, 5, and 3. That's already factored. This has a GCF of 3, which is x minus 6. Here, this is 2 brackets, x and x, plus sign goes into the first. This means it goes the same as the first. 7 times 3 is 10. There's your factorization. X plus 3 with x plus 3, x minus 6 with x minus 6. We've got x minus 5 and a 3 on top, and an x plus 7 on the bottom. 3 and x plus 5 goes on top, x plus 7 goes on the bottom. X can't be positive 6, negative 7, or negative 3. And the last one, how do you find area? You multiply length times width. So this is my length, that was my width, just multiply them together, which I'm doing. How do you do that? Well, you factor everything first. This, 2 brackets, x squared is x and x. The first sign goes here. It's also the last sign, which means something different than this, which is plus. Y squared is y and y, and it factors. Here, these are both monomials, so you don't factor them, but this has a GCF of 3, leaving x minus y behind. X minus y cancels x minus y. That is still part of my answer. How many x's? 2 of them. How many x's here? Only 1 of them. That cancels out, leaving 1 of the x's behind. Down here you have a 2, a y, and a 3. Put them together, 2 times 3 is 6y. On top you have an x and an x plus y. So when you work that out, that's the answer that you'll get. I don't have the problem in front of me. What was the choice for that one? That was page 15. And, I'm sorry, page 16. And the answer they're giving you is this, which is x squared plus xy over 6y if you just take your answer and redistribute it back together.